Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You've come for another episode, haven't you? Yeah, you have. Alright, let's do this. So we're in Goatsville. Guaramonte! We've got loads of people to talk to. That I'm not really sure who I want to begin talking to. Recommendations? I think I'm going to go have a chat to the goat. That, to me, seems like the most sensible use of my time. Hey, goaty. Great. We don't know what to do with goat. Some awesome music coming through at the moment. Absolutely awesome music. Proper vibe into it. Vibes Cartel, hashtag lol. Right, I'm gonna feed the goats some biscuits. Okay, let's go up the stairs.
Hey, Nico!
Hey, Nico! Oh no, the music stopped. I love the artificial keyboard sound right now.
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering...
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Oh, in your face, Chico.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Hola.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
This is sexism in the workplace. I do not agree with it.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Interesting.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Everything's going back to the Mayans.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
I don't know.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I've no idea.
The dramatic music always means something's going on. Let's try that.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
Nice buns.
Like, how is that fine? How can we just casually believe that that's fine? I don't know.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
One of the boys. Yes, the boys. Au revoir, madame. Casually gonna steal from her cupboard while she's watching?
Keep out of there.
Maybe not.
That's where the explosives are stored.
Alright, we're gonna steal some explosives. Awesome. Let's leave. Let's make like a tree and leave. It's a big scenery, this one, actually, to be honest. Ah, this is the lady from the previous first episode.
George Stobart, well, of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is
So we meet her in Syria in the first season. Sorry, in the first installment of Broken Sword.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less
Al-Syria.
obvious.
It's not Syria, mate. Calm down. Calm down. Alright, let's have a chat about
Is Dwayne
Dwayne.
here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war,
Dwayne.
better to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Dwayne.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Dwayne.
An old spoil sports sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he
Dwayne.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
YG, golly, miss, you're right.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he does.
Dwayne.
He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
Dwayne. I like Dwayne.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywheres? The market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
Yeah, George. Hey, George.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's
Do you get that?
correct.
Stone
What's
pearl.
that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one.
Let's take a minute there. Stone pearl. Brilliant. Comedic genius. Right. Let's ask her about the statue and then get moving.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Ooh-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Sheridan's one of those names where it could be a boy or a girl.
Pearl. Hey, Nico!
We're gonna go into the Polizia.
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor. With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Dun dun dun. Ominous music insert. Dun dun.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quaramonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Enchanté, mon général.
I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, Senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Tourist information. I thought this was a police office. Say what?
This is the tourist office? It says police on the side.
Yes,
outside.
my
It is
view
both,
exactly.
Senor, I am a man of many crafts.
I can see that, General.
General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No, I never heard of him.
Don't believe him.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, Senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Reynaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour when he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Who was the guy you were
Superb.
talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, Senor.
That's
like
Ubier.
yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Ubier.
Si, Senor. Professor Ubier, a French archaeologist.
What's Ubier doing in Quaramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor. The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Have you ever seen...
That's a native carving, isn't it?
We picked it up in the market.
Nicely avoided.
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor.
Can you tell me where to find the...
No, senor.
The lady at the mine...
Conchita Garcia is crazy. If there had been a ship, do you think I wouldn't have noticed?
Not helpful, not helpful.
I'll be back.
Wicked Arnold Schwarzenegger impression there.
Senor. Leave the child alone.
Something tells me I got to distract these policemen.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor.
Are there any ancient...
Si, senor.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can. The General would have a...
So long.
Right, somehow we've got to get them moving. And get this guided tour for Pearl so I can have a look at that chart.
Why did you show him?
I thought maybe he...
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Sorry.
You came on a little strong with...
I was merely flat. Every man has it.
Maybe. But that guy's weakness is... Tell me about this car.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he... His eyes. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Dangerous.
Did you notice that chart on...
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it. That man we saw talking to the general was...
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be here, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah, it's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
I'm with George. Tata, Nico. There's Ubier.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the... He wore the same clothes as the band in the marketplace. Hey, wake up! He didn't hear me.
There's Dwayne.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I
Bond.
thought that face was familiar. Remember me?
Dwayne!
George? Dwayne Henderson.
Hi, Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a
Dwayne.
few questions to ask the professor here. Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Tell me about...
Please,
You shot her, didn't you?
No! I loved Carol. She meant the world to me.
That was a bit rude. Imagine you meet someone for the first time and you're like, oi, you shot your wife.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Yeah, monsieur.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
See, that's the difference between me and Georgie boy here. I would have said something like, I don't know, £10 million, got paid, bang.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness,
A Central American god, right?
a supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means literally smoking mirror. There. You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed
Smoking mirror.
see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Good story.
Do you see this label?
Yes, it refers to a company named Kondo. What of it?
I traced that company here, to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Of course they did.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Let's talk to Dwayne.
Are you still
Who's that, George? You know I'm retired.
Oh, nothing. Forget it. I confused you with somebody else.
What?
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, no, that fella's just a mouth.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother, better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Totes,
What's in the
dude.
truck, Dwayne?
Just camping equipment. Sleeping bags and tents. Me and Pearl always hankered after a taste of the great outdoors.
Aren't you worried about camping out in a tropical jungle?
We had a trial run in West Virginia. This'll be a breeze in comparison.
I spoke to...
Yeah?
Yes, she...
She'll get over.
Does the name Karzak...
Sounds like a...
He's the man behind Condor.
You know, the first time I met
The
you,
rat.
I said to Pearl, if we ever... But I underestimated...
Come back, George. I want to talk to the band.
Hey, cheer up, guys. What's with the...
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Poor Miguel.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Quaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin, and they left half of him behind.
Brutal. she gonna talk to me this time without Nico?
Do you know Professor...
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the General. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the General be interested in an archaeologist?
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Teoculcan. I'm still not gonna offer her the dog biscuits or the panties. Sorry to the pervs out there. Come talk to me, Nico.
Did you know Ubier's wife was a...
No, I didn't know he was...
She died.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered.
Possibly by
Murderer,
Ubier
huh?
himself.
André said he was something of a celebrity.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Ubier's gone. Let's talk to Dwayne again.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been in prison just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was in prison?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Maybe I'm wrong, but you seemed kind of evasive when I asked you about what you had in that truck before.
Damn right I was being evasive. I couldn't talk in front of the foreign nationals, see? George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling
Good old
ball.
Uncle Sam.
400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
So Dwayne basically told George all of these secrets, government secrets. Like, George is such a boss that everyone just divulges government level secrets to him. Josh! Right, this video is already dragging its heels. It's already at like 25 minutes. So I'm going to pause there and we'll pick up in the next one on the detonator which, to be honest, I'm going to use a little bit of foresight and reckon that I'm going to go back into that room with that lady and somehow steal it out of her cupboard. But we will see. I could be wrong. Pretty sure I'm not. Okay, till the next one. Peace.